I'm at the Orama Roadhouse in Boksburg on the East Rand. Why? Because it's lekker. The northern suburbs may be the place to eat sautéed artichoke hearts on a bed of basmati, but I'm here to prove there's no burger like a Boksburger. Looks like I'm about to take a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. Folks, the Roadhouse was only a reason to be here. I'm going to meet a genuine TV star. The black Pontiac Trans Am that a whole generation got to know as KITT in the series Knight Rider. Today, playing the role of Michael Knight is Neil Quantrill, who's KITT's owner. Neil, thanks very much for meeting us here at the Roadhouse and for allowing us to see what is still one of the world's coolest cars, even 35 years after the TV series.
Absolute pleasure to be here.
So, I've got to ask you straight away, what is the deal? Are you a fan of the series? Are you a fan of the car? Are you a fan of David Hasselhoff? Because if you're a fan of the Hoff, you could have saved yourself a hell of a lot of money and just bought a pair of red swimming babies from Baywatch.
To be honest, it's the car. I've always been interested in the cars ever since I was small. Herbie, I don't know if you remember Herbie with the 53.
Sure.
Had one of them.
The original love bug.
Absolutely. And then ultimate dream.
Okay, I think the thing that everybody wants to know about is that sweeping red light. Does yours actually work? Can we go for a drive?
Absolutely.
So, I've heard that the original KITT actually came without seatbelts, which proves that it's not speed that kills, it's stopping very suddenly that kills.
Fortunately, these came standard equipment on these cars. We're good to go.
So you didn't have to do any other kind of major alterations to make it street legal in South Africa?
Not at all. These came standard on the car, so definitely going to be safe.
All right. Would you switch it on so that we could look at the instrumentation, please?
Absolutely. You've got these 4 buttons here. As Miles said in the actual show, to turn it on, you need to first hit some buttons. So he's now active.
All right.
I am the voice of Night Industry 2000's microprocessor, KITT for easy reference, a KITT if you prefer.
Thank you, KITT.
And
we're now ready to walk.
Dashboard now looks like the inside of the Bella Napoli nightclub in the 80s. This is going to be absolutely fantastic.
Well, now that you say the dashboard, in that very first episode of Knight Rider, David Hasselhoff refers to this as Darth Vader's bathroom.
Okay. Alright. So of course, the coolest thing about KITT is that it can talk. Now I've actually heard its voice. Does it respond like, KITT, are you there, buddy?
At the moment, no. It's just a push button system for now. There is plans to put an AI into the car to pop the bonnet, open the doors, make the car speak on its own. So it's getting there.
Okay, so can we start it up? Sorry Neil, I wasn't asking you. KITT?
Oh, what?
KITT, can you start?
I understand the request.
Oh yes indeed. Okay, before we drive off, we are going to I love that sound. That was definitely, this is Boksburg, where the average car sounds as mean as KITT. Okay, so let's do this. Before we drive off, we've got to actually do the theme music, which I think is noodle, 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 noodle. I'm loving this. Feels like an 80s time warp, and I wish that I could actually find a cubbyhole, because I'm sure I would find a copy of Scope in the cubbyhole somewhere.
Luckily, or should I say unfortunately, with the modifications to the dash, the cubby hole has been taken out.
Okay, what was Knight Rider actually? Was it a spy show, a crime show, a sci-fi show?
It was more of a crime show, if I can put it to you that way.
Okay.
So basically, Knight Rider is about one man that can make a difference.
So it's a young loner. I think what is compulsory as we cruise along those, if you do see a pile of empty cardboard boxes, we actually have to crash into them. I think that happened in just about every episode.
Absolutely.
Now, we've just heard people shouting Knight Rider as we've been driving along. How many times a day does someone actually challenge you to a dice?
I would say none times. They know what he can do. He does 300 and something odd kilometers an hour. Well, that also shows it anyway.
Of course he does.
So,
now, we've all had our fantasies. I mean, I may or may not have had a crush on Lonnie Anderson at some point in my young life. And most people will go and buy a poster of their favorite dream car. But
Correct.
You went and you bought the whole damn car. Why?
first of all, I enjoy my cars. I'm a very big car fanatic. Second of all, I love my film and TV cars. I've got a huge collection at home, KITT being one of them. And I had the opportunity about 10 years ago to actually build one. So I was going to build a car. I don't know if you remember.
Yes.
The car was the evil.
That's right.
The evil car.
Yes.
So I wanted to build that to be something different. But the gentleman that was selling this car said he's immigrating to the States. Would I like to buy his car? I didn't even let him finish the sentence. I said, right, what's your bank account? We'll pay for it now. And that's how it happened.
Now, there was one episode where KITT nearly met his match because he was up against car. Now I just happen to have a supercar handy. So, are you ready? Let's dice. 3, 2, 1, go! Are you crazy? Neil and I are reckless enough to spend the kids' varsity money on classic cars. We are not dumb enough to race them. Ekurhuleni Metro would not approve. And I want to be the Hoff. I don't want to be in the Hoff. You can say it's a sign of middle age. That point where a man starts searching for the stuff he always wanted as a kid. I'm guilty. And thanks to Neil for the opportunity to meet KITT and make a wish come true. But that's also a reminder to be careful what you wish for. In the 80s, who didn't dream of a car that could talk to you? Now every appliance I own talks to me, and I just wish they would just shut the hell up. KITT's technology is laughable compared to an iPhone, but he's still an adventurer, on a journey, a hero. That car turned Hasselhoff into a hero. It could do anything, except unfortunately stop him from singing. And maybe that's the difference between then and now. We used to believe that one individual could make a difference. And to face new challenges, we're going to need new heroes. Or perhaps we can do it ourselves if we rediscover those old stories that capture our imagination anew. Because the narratives that we absorb at any age shape our lives. There are those stories that split us apart and leave us helpless, or bring us together and inspire us to be our best selves. So best we choose carefully, hey? Special thanks to Orama Roadhouse in Boksburg for allowing us to shoot here. The milkshakes are brilliant. And of course, Neil and Fern Quantrill of Hands On Entertainment. So, if you've enjoyed this episode of Just Off the Highway, please click like, feel free to leave a comment. Also, subscribers get early notification as each new episode is posted. So click the button and the bell. Until next time, I'm going to be a young loner, championing the cause in a world of criminals who operate above the law, just off the highway. Noodle, 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 noodle.